Everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a pair of teams who rank in the top 10 in total yards and believe they can move the ball against any defense. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Texans. With that, let's get out to NRG Stadium in Houston. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and NRG Stadium in Houston. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Texans. And set to go with the ball on the tee is the rookie from Florida State, Roberto Aguayo. And off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
And it's incomplete. And a quick look at the Buccaneer defensive starters.
Levante David is a tackling machine. He's always where the ball is.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL, tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
So the offense dealing with a 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
From the gun, it's Osweiler going for the deep ball. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And on the ground they go with a running back. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Flushed out right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. And the defense comes onto the field for the first time, and it is a unit that struggled a week ago.
So they're looking for a fast start, Brandon. Can they create a turnover early? Can they take the ball away? That's what this unit's looking for to get back on the beam.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Throwing, and that is incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taken in a 10 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. On first down, Osweiler. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. William Golston in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Play action. Now Osweiler. This one brought in by Dorial Green-Beckham. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
You'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll come out in the pistol. They're going on 4th down. It's Osweiler. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rub their nose in it. They'll run with Miller. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On second down, here's Osweiler. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent. And that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw in film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff. So they decided they'd take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run it with Jones. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, Osweiler. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Matt Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Dancing to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So 2nd and 10 here. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And that is a shame. Oh, it's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will make 10-0 here in the first. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. One receiver to the left is Evans. Now Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
All right, here we go. Boom, 90.
Now Osweiler on second down. Green Beckham has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the D-line's going to spread out.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get into football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. After the interception, here's Osweiler. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a pickup of 21. And that'll be good for a Houston first. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They'll come out in the pistol. They go back to the air here after the INT. So a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Rodgers now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. Rodgers to throw once more. Escape. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. On third and long, it's Rodgers. This is caught inside the 15. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete here. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Now, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Rodgers with a keeper. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
So they're going to go for 2. And they'll go with a ground attack here. No, bottled up, fumble, through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Again, it's Jones. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
No, check. Patriot! Leopard!
Off the play fake. Here's Osweiler. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Osweiler. Underneath for Miller. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, Osweiler over the middle. Rodgers has it. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a third down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Now let's go.
On 3rd down, Osweiler. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is taken around the 12. Take over. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Play action. It's Osweiler. And he slings one that's incomplete. That's one of those ones that is so hard to judge, but defensive holding there, that's what the referee saw. Now Osweiler on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Second down now after the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. From the shotgun, Osweiler. And that will be incomplete as well. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Osweiler. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Rodgers now on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Rodgers again now. Flushed out right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
after the interception. Here's Osweiler. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really with a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often...
And he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle to Evans. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Evans has it left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a gain of 11. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover. And when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And now a high kick trying to put him back. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the return. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now Osweiler on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it's good enough for a Houston 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
2nd and 10. It's Osweiler again. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They come up in an offset eye.
All right, here we go. Green.
From midfield now, here's Osweiler. Underneath for Miller. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. Another pistol look here. Osweiler now to throw on 3rd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Duke Williams. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Flush to his right. He completes it to Evans. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2nd and just 1. They'll go again to Jones. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
The play clock's running down. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Miller, the lone setback. Osweiler, he's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. A pickup there of 36. And that'll be good for a Houston first. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On second down, Osweiler dumps it complete to Miller. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing, Osweiler. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Will Fuller with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
319! All right.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Rodgers will try again on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On third and long, it's Rodgers. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So the D-line's going to spread out. After the interception, here's Osweiler. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On second down, here's Osweiler. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Shrugs the 10, and he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. William Golston in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Osweiler. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and that'll bring up second down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And they're going to speed things up here. And it's 3rd down and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. And here comes the Texans now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On second down, Osweiler. He's got time in the pocket. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Now Osweiler, open man, the tight end Rodgers. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he finds the tight end Rodgers. 15 yards through the air on a first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So 2nd and 10 here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quan Williams.
Really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trade in pregame warm-up. But I always remember.
It got his man complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And now out comes Houston. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other side. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember, and now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. From midfield now, here's Osweiler. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now Osweiler. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Richard Rodgers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Rodgers to throw on second down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 4 yards on the pickup. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 36 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Stays on his feet. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come up in an offset eye. To throw is Osweiler. He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And he comes back with one complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Oh, Osweiler going to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And now a first down following that long gain. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now Osweiler. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Here we go.
Play action. Now Osweiler looking for someone to throw to. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they're going to go for it on 4th. Brock Osweiler staying on the field.
Now let's go.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Now let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Osweiler. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.